2 penalties to Rangers, 2 goals for Captain Tav, 2 points clear at the top of the league, and the Celtic fans are giving the 2 fingers to Brendan Rodgers. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It's all about the 2s, and today it was 2 penalties for Tavernier that sealed the win, sealed the 3 points, put Rangers clear at the top of the CINCH Premiership, and I'm sure that all the Celtic fans will be crying themselves to sleep tonight, knowing the fact that this title is gone. Not only was it penalty to Rangers, it was title 56 to Rangers. It's done. It's over.
And talking about 2s, I want to talk about 1s. I want to talk about the one and only Matty Miles. Where is he? I need to put a wanted poster up, a missing poster, because where is he? His face needs to be plastered on milk cartons. He disappeared for the past few weeks, and I don't think we'll be seeing him until Celtic's re-emergence, hopefully in 10 years. Or never, actually. But here, I'll take 10 in a row. I'm not greedy. But anyway, let's talk about the game, and let's talk about how Rangers went top of the league. It wasn't a classic.
No, it was pretty shit.
No, it was pretty bad. It was really bad, actually. I thought the first 35 minutes was probably one of the worst. I mean, it was just as bad as...
So bad, I'm beginning to think Hearts have got a chance.
No, it was bad. No, there was nothing created in the first 45 minutes of this game. Not going to lie. It was shite, but here.
But there's that saying, like, if you're getting chased by a bear and you're with a friend, you don't need to outrun the bear.
You need to outrun your friend.
You only need to outrun your friend, and that could be the case for Rangers. You don't need to be great. You just need to be not as shite as Celtic, and at the moment Rangers are certainly capable of doing that. They're not as shite as Celtic.
But what if the bear realises that Celtic reek of shite and then just decides to run after Rangers?
Well, so Hearts aren't even looking at Celtic. You're saying Hearts are looking at Rangers? Hearts are the bear? Jambo bear?
Jambo bear.
Anyway, right.
Cannibalism though, they're going to eat their own kind.
Oh, I don't know about that. Good goal for Diomande. First goal for Rangers, although I think it was bad defending. Just, pretty much laid off to him.
Good goal.
I mean, if you're going to... I know the St Johnstone defender has tried to clear it. I think, was it Considine or Carey? Not too sure who it was. I think it was one of them. And he just, like, I don't know, he should put his foot through it, and he just, like, lays it off almost for Diomande to have a strike. And it was a really good shot. Goalkeeper, I don't think, could have done anything about it. It was low, powerful, hard to save, good goal. Probably the only moment of quality in the first half, to be honest. There wasn't much apart from that. Good strike for Diomande, but yeah, 45 minutes of pure shite, I think.
It was, but that's what you want from your signings. You want these big moments.
What, pure shite?
No, but like a goal like this.
That's what Celtic are getting at the moment for their new signings.
No, it is, but here, this is what you want. You want to bring people in, 4.5 million, difference makers, and here, see if this guy doesn't score this. Rangers probably go in 0-0, and it's very nervy. I mean, this guy's done more. I mean, I think this is his first start. I might be wrong. I think it's his first start.
They would have had to get 3 instead of 2 penalties in the second half.
It's like, this is what Rangers thought Cifuentes was going to be. And I'm not saying the guy's the greatest midfielder to ever live after one game, but...
Well, he's done more in one game than Cifuentes did.
No, that's exactly the point, though. And him and Lundstrom looked really good today. So, and his passing looks good.
You've got to keep in mind, Cifuentes is a Michael Beale signing, so...
Nah, that's true. Pretty much every single one of them's fucking pish.
What are you expecting at the end
apart
of the
from John Sterling, and I mean... I'm not going to pretend Dessers is the man all of a sudden, but anyway, that's the first half wrapped up.
Even Raskin and Cantwell have kind of fell off a cliff for what you were expecting them to be.
Yeah, Raskin has, and Cantwell stepped out a wee bit recently, but as for the first half, that's it. I mean, for the whole game, St Johnstone didn't create anything. They had a penalty shout at the start of the second half. Tav did have both his hands on him, but he didn't push him. He was literally just like touching him. I think if he pushed him, it's a penalty, but he didn't.
I think if it's in the other box, it's a penalty, like, but whatever.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
We'll never have any proof. But I mean, I thought this was what I remember the one that Rangers were given against Levy, and the SFA panel actually refuted that and said that shouldn't have been a penalty. I remember that.
What game was that? On Morelos?
I think no, it was It was like this season.
This season, I don't remember.
Why would the SFA panel be reviewing a game with Morelos for like 2 years ago?
I thought talking about the panel for like
it was like a wee push. I mean, I just think it's so inconsistent with penalties. Sometimes I'll be the slightest push, and they're like, oh well, he could have been getting to the ball. He might. I think you need to begin it all the time or no time.
But I don't think he pushed him here. He had both his hands on him. That's the difference.
Well, I don't think you should have your hands on him then. Who are we to determine what's a pushing motion and what's not? If you're super strong,
two fucking eyes.
If you're super strong like Brock Lesnar, maybe you don't need to do the pushing motion to actually put force behind your hands.
The last time I checked, Tavernier ain't F5 in people.
Well, he's not. Well, I mean, maybe Celtic.
Rangers are F5 in penalties.
I think Celtic need to hit the F5 on their title chances. Maybe get that restarted, refreshed.
Yep.
Because at the moment,
Control-Alt-Delete is what's going on.
well, F5 is the refresh button, isn't it?
It used to be. I think they've changed it.
F11 now. Is it F11? Ah, God's sake. Anyway, I don't know. F Brendan Rodgers. I think that's what Celtic are feeling like at the moment.
No, St Johnstone created nothing though, right? We could talk about, Rangers weren't that good and they've won 3-0, 2 penalties, good goal. But I think Rangers defensively have been really good this season.
No, they have.
Apart from the odd over the ball, over the back of the defenders where it bounces and they can't deal with it for some reason.
They have to. They have been, but back to the penalty point, I think we just need to clear it up because Rangers and Celtic get penalties for things other teams just do not. And that to me, it must be true because just look at the amount of penalties they get in comparison to the other teams.
What about the argument, but they attack more?
Yeah, that could contribute to it, but I'm not buying it.
No, I'll agree.
See if Rangers and Celtic every season had the most penalties for and the least given, but it wasn't like so fucking lopsided. I would totally accept that. I'd go, those two teams attack more and those two teams defend less. It's natural that they would get less penalties, but not to the extent that they actually get.
But see, I'm willing to admit that, right? Because I'm not delusional. Because you look at the top leagues in Europe, right? Barca, Real Madrid, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, City. They get the decisions over the likes of Luton and Almeria. That's just facts. And it's not going to be any different up here. We need to accept it. And yeah, I'm willing to accept it because we got 2 the other day and we won 3 fucking nil. So.
I mean, there's 3. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that St Johnstone should have had a penalty. Cause I don't think it was. And I can see why both Rangers penalties were given. Especially the first one. I think the first one is a penalty. And the second one, I can definitely see why it was given, but I think it's harsh. Although what I would say is I think if you reverse the roles and the 2 Rangers penalties were for St Johnstone and the penalty that St Johnstone never got were for Rangers, I could easily see them being switched around and St Johnstone not getting the 2 penalties and Rangers getting the one for that push, but it's what it is.
It's what it is.
Rangers don't need penalties to win the league, alright? That's Celtic's gimmick this year. And they're still shite. They're still second, so...
Yeah, Rangers would have won 1-0 today. They could have won about 10-0 if Dessers took
like, that Celtic-Hibs game, no one's telling me that Hibs get those 2 penalties at Celtic Park. It just doesn't fucking happen.
No.
Hibs don't leave Celtic Park with a 2-1 win due to those penalties.
But
it's no
what
happening.
I want to talk about though, right? I know we're skipping a wee bit ahead to the Dujon Sterling penalty, but let's talk about it. Why did this get so much like replays and slowdowns?
Well, the referee shat it because the referee looked at the incident, didn't know what to do. Then he looked over at his official, and the linesman didn't do anything either. The referee just played on.
Yeah, but this gets so many angles. See, yesterday Celtic Killie when the tackle was made by Welsh, and they're like, "Oh, I think he got the ball. Or the ball spun a certain way." It was like one replay and it was done.
Yeah, we couldn't really tell, whereas after a couple of replays here, you could clearly see that the ball, Considine didn't get the ball, and that he actually did. Now, people say Dujon Sterling was going down a little bit, but I still think that's a penalty, because he's slid in, he's not got the ball, and he's made contact. I mean, regardless of whether Dujon Sterling might be looking for it,
well, put it this way,
he's made contact with him, so it's probably a
penalty.
Sterling
realistically wouldn't have got to the ball, but he could have. Look at Celtic against Hibs. Kyogo got the fucking shot away and it was in Davy Marshall's hands and they gave it.
See, I think they should factor that in, but then, like you said, I don't think Kyogo should have got a penalty for that because the shot was already away.
If Celtic fans don't think this is a penalty, then the Kyogo one wasn't a penalty either. And that's also not bearing in mind the fact that it was on the fucking... We don't know if it was on the line or...
But they both happened for Old Firm players, so therefore they're definite penalties. Let's get that straight. Tav does what Tav does, scores penalties. I mean, the guy's pretty damn good.
Look at the last 2 games, 3 assists, 2 goals, and people question this guy.
People want him at the club.
I've buried him defensively, but I've never questioned what he brings to the table.
It's madness, I think, that he'd want Tavernier out. Then the Rangers get another penalty. I prefer that when they had the whole ball to hand, hand to ball rule. Because I think it's pretty obvious to tell when a handball is on purpose, when a handball is accidental. For me, this one was accidental because he's jumping to put his back towards the ball. He's trying to get a block using his back, and your arm is always... People's going to say his arm's in an unnatural position. No, it's not. When you're jumping, when you're running, you have your arms out to balance you. It's as simple as that. You don't run with your arms right down beside your side. That's not how it fucking works.
Yeah, I think it's a natural position, but I think what does it for him is the fact the shot's going on goal. And there's like nothing else blocking it. I think if this is a cross, he probably wouldn't give it, but it's actually a shot.
But when you compare this to the one that Hibernian didn't get yesterday, you're thinking, what the hell is going on here?
No, it's a joke.
Because that Aberdeen guy was facing the ball, and he actually throws his arm into the fucking ball. So I just... The consistency with the penalties, man, it is broken. I just don't see... And then even... And let's go back to the Aberdeen game again, where Miovski gets punched in the head. What's the difference between that and the whole clash of heads?
If we want to go even further back than that, though, what about Alistair Johnston's handball in the Old Firm? Clearly moves his hand towards the ball, and they didn't think it was offside at the time, so come on.
Alright, okay, we're not talking about that one again, alright?
I fucking milked that here. That's irrelevant. That doesn't even matter. Couldn't give a fuck about that.
I know, but we just... The feet... I'm not happy about VAR and penalties, but whatever. It's never going to be good. No. I mean, they were getting penalties before VAR, so it doesn't surprise me we're still seeing shitloads after.
But no, it's mad, though. Without VAR, we can say neither of these penalties would have been given. You know what I mean?
True, but also I think that's because the referees know there's VAR, so they're...
I think that's cheap, though.
Yeah, the
referees are scared, and they're willing to be playing neutral just for VAR will bail me out.
But that's probably it. They've got nothing to lose, really.
But then you've got the logic of, oh well, VAR can't overturn the referee's decision because it's not clear and obvious. That's the whole system fucked then.
The only people that can really lose out would be linesmen by flagging for something that they think's offside if it's not.
Yeah, but listen.
But I think we're seeing so often now where the officials are getting lazy and they're not doing their job correctly because they're just like, I don't need to get this right because I don't need to make a call here because VAR is going to correct me anyway, so I'll just let it go.
Yeah, but do you see the problem with... I think most people see this problem. If a referee thinks VAR will bail me out, but then VAR thinks, well, it's not clear and obvious, so I can't change the referee's mind. They're both relying on the other one to give the decision, but neither... But at the same time, that's a problem going forward.
Anyway, I thought both penalties were penalties, but I think the second one's extremely harsh.
Yep, I'll agree. Well, I wouldn't say it's extremely harsh, but I think if it's a cross, they don't give it. I think it's the fact it's a shot on goal, they give it.
The first one, I think it's a penalty. Like I can see why people are saying it shouldn't be given, but for me it should be given because the guy slid it. See, when you slide in, you don't get the ball and you get the man, it's hard not to give a penalty, despite whether he's looking for it or whether he's, diving or whatnot. I mean, if you go in and get the man, don't get the ball, then you're fucked. And then the second one, it's like he's not even looking at the ball. So, and I mean, I'm not saying it shouldn't be given because Rangers are already winning 2-0, but it just seems harsh when a team concedes 2 penalties in the space of 5 minutes. But I'm not saying you shouldn't not give a penalty just because they've already conceded one.
I know.
Now, if it was me in that Hibs game, I would have went, hold on here, we've gave Celtic a bullshit penalty. We're not going to give them this second one to win them the game, but they did there, so I mean, whatever.
Yeah, Dessers missed about 4 open nets.
Because we do hear sometimes about referees purposely making the wrong decision because they feel like they've potentially made a wrong decision earlier in the game.
Which is a disgrace.
Sometimes they try and make up for that, so I don't know, it's all messed up. But anyway.
Cyril Dessers, he missed about 4 open nets. I think the way the league's going, I don't think Dessers is going to cost Rangers a league. I'm confident, but they're not going to do anything in Europe with him up top. I'm sorry to burst anyone's bubble. You can't miss these chances, and he's missing a lot of them.
No, he is.
See, in the past 2 games, Dessers could be walking away with 10 goals, and people may be like, no, you're hitting the piss. No, I'm not. He fucking could be.
I think Celtic's only saving grace... When we finished talking about the game, can we talk about Title 56 now?
Aye.
I think Celtic's only saving grace is that they've got 2 Old Firm games left against Rangers, and even then, I think we're getting to the point now where I wouldn't be surprised if Celtic won the remaining 2 Old Firm games and still lost the league. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think a team could win all 4 Old Firm games and lose the league, but I think that Celtic are just so inconsistent and look like they could drop points anytime they come up against a decent team. That could be the case now. Now, are Rangers blowing every team away? No. A lot of games you're seeing Rangers get to like the last 10 minutes and there's only 1 goal in it and the game's up for grabs. Like today and against Ross County, for example, until the dying moments, there was only 1 goal in it and a bit of luck, a fluke, and Rangers concede and all of a sudden 3 points turn into 1 point, but they don't, even though they're getting into positions where 1 goal can change it, they don't look like they're going to concede, they don't look like they're going to drop 2 points. Anytime Celtic have a goal lead, they always look vulnerable, they always look like they are going to drop points, and like look at Celtic, Ross County and Rangers Ross County. Going into like the 90th minute, both teams had a one goal lead, but Rangers never looked like they were going to surrender that, they looked like they were going to add to it.
Yep. Whereas
Celtic were on the ropes. Like, this game here, right, up until the penalties, Rangers were only 1-0 up. and one goal changes the game, but you never thought St Johnstone were going to score. Whereas yesterday, Celtic 1 goal up against Kelly, and you actually kind of expect it. I think you were expecting Kelly to score. So, yeah,
unless you're the Celtic fans that left early and thought, it's 3 points in the bag and Brenda we trust.
Even though they're not really... I mean, we're not really seeing Celtic and Rangers blow teams away by half-time, and by the 60-minute mark, the game's 3 or 4-0. We're not really seeing that, but what we're seeing is Rangers getting in front and being in control of games, and we're seeing Celtic getting in front and not being in control and looking like they could slip up at any time. So, yeah, for me, I just don't really see how Rangers are going to drop many points, if any. I think there probably will be a draw or something in there. I doubt they're going to win every game towards the end of the season.
Celtic's got, 4 more games till the next Old Firm, I believe. They've got Fir Park and Tynecastle. Rangers have got away to Rugby Park and home to Hearts, but I would almost be shocked if the gap was just 2 points going into the next Old Firm.
See, if I was a Celtic fan and you offered me 4 points from Motherwell and Hearts, I'd be tempted to take it. Because of the current form.
But they can't afford to take it.
No, at this point I think I would be tempted to take it and just hope that you can get the win at Ibrox. Because they just do not look comfortable.
But the momentum, I can't see how Rangers lose at Ibrox against Celtic. I thought, but then...
I thought that earlier in the season. And
but are Rangers really... Look at like you said, Celtic are pish. If Rangers turn up at Ibrox against Celtic, they could blow them away. But I thought that twice.
What if there's a wee collision of heads or something in the box, and then,
Either. That's at Ibrox, I'll still give it to Rangers.
Anyway, that's it, guys. Rangers win by 3-0. Title 56 is on the way. I'm not going to say I'd be shocked if Celtic won it now, but it's not looking good for them. It's
looking good, though.
It's looking good for Rangers, but it's not looking good for Celtic. I just don't really see how they win it. I don't. But anyway, let me know, guys, what you think down below. Can Celtic come back? I mean, the gap's only 2 points, so... Of course, it's not over. I mean, Celtic start playing well, start winning games. They can.
The shades the last 2 seasons ago, though, when he caught them up and overtook them, that's it. I think that's what it feels like to me.
You don't feel like Rangers and Clermont are looking over their shoulder at Celtic. You feel like they're putting their pedal to the metal or whatever, and they're like driving on.
Push it to the limit.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It doesn't. See, when Rangers were behind Celtic, it felt like Rangers were chasing them.
Aye.
This doesn't feel like Celtic are chasing Rangers. No. Kind of feels like Hearts are chasing Celtic and Rangers are just in a wee league of their own or something. But anyway, guys, catch you in the next one. Let us know your thoughts down below. Matthew Miles, where the hell are you? And
where are you, buddy? You're all-inclusive breakfast over there?
What is it, your fucking 200k a month lifestyle or some shit like that? Let us know down below. Maybe you should pump some of that money into the Celtic transfer kitty.
I know, Matty. Come on.
I think they need it anyway. Enjoy your retirement.
The shelf needs it.
Enjoy your retirement, because I think Brendan Rodgers might be on one soon. Enough. Till next time. Peace.